thinking what to do. Yesterday Harshil rang up to say, do we have a class?
Ma'am, listen, no.
What?
Ma'am, of a donkey, can you tell me the masculine and feminine? Because you have not thought of the donkey.
Donkey.
No, and in that list also, no.
Hmm.
I've seen a list, so in that also, for donkey, masculine, feminine was not there.
Even I am thinking what is the masculine and feminine of donkey. Let us see. Donkey, masculine. You know what I used to do when I was small? A male donkey is known as a jack or a jackass, a female a jenny or a jennet. But what I used to do was he donkey, she donkey, I used to write when I didn't know. So write down jackass or jennet, or Jack and Jenny, but I don't think anybody will know it. So he donkey, she donkey is also fine. You can write he donkey and then in the brackets you can write jackass. Okay, Yukti?
Yes, ma'am.
And you can write she donkey and then in the bracket you can write Jenny or Janet.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
He donkey and she donkey.
I think mostly people will not be knowing, but you should write jackass, Janet.
Okay.
But write he donkey, she donkey also.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and write the date for today.
What, ma'am?
What is the date today?
Ma'am, 2.
2nd of June.
2nd 06.2020.
And what are we doing? Phrases and clauses. Okay, so now you already know what a sentence is. What is a sentence?
Ma'am, that have sense.
What? Group of words.
Group of words that have sense.
That make complete sense. That is a sentence. Now, what is a phrase? Phrase also. So we'll write one thing. We'll first say sentence. Sentence is group of words that make complete sense. Okay? Now phrase is also a group of words. And clause is also a group of words. So then what is the difference between a phrase and a sentence? This might, they do not make sense on their own. Okay? So we can probably say not make complete sense. And then what is a clause? That is also a group of words. So this we will see later. First let us see what a phrase is. Okay? And that we will see through this video first. We'll see a video.
Hello friends, welcome to Free Grammar Lessons. Today we are going to learn about question. So we will try to understand what they exactly are and what's the difference between them. So let's get started. Let's start with an example. My best friend and John is my best friend. Now both of them are group of words. One is a phrase and another is a clause. Can you identify which one is the phrase and which one is the clause? Let me give you a hint. From these two group of words, the group of word which has a subject and a verb combination is a clause, and the one which doesn't have the subject verb combination is a phrase.
Okay, so before that, before we move ahead, first tell me, in a sentence, what do we have? Yukti?
Ma'am, noun,
So we have a subject
subject, and predicate.
plus predicate. Predicate will have a verb and object.
Subject. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that is a sentence. Now, in a phrase, what is he saying? Phrase does not have a subject. So I'll say S for subject, V for verb, and P for. So subject plus verb. Phrase does not have subject and verb. While group of words, clause also is a group of words. So clause has a subject plus verb. So it will also make complete sense. But when we sometimes combine sentences, so one becomes a clause, one is the main clause, one is the dependent clause. One part of the sentence is dependent on another, so we call that part a clause. Okay? But a phrase does not have. So in a sentence, if one part of the sentence does not make full sense, that we will call a phrase only. Understood, Yukti?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in this example, in which
And it does not have a subject and verb. Clause have subject and verb.
clause has subject and verb. So then, what is the difference between a clause and a sentence that you will have to identify later? I'll tell you what that means. Because clause also will, if it has a subject and a verb, it will also make complete sense. So then, why do we call them clauses? Those are parts of sentences which make complete sense independently also, but they are linked together also. Okay, so we'll go through that slowly we'll go ahead. Okay, let's watch the video again. So in this case, my best friend, does this have a verb? My best friend, does it have a verb?
Ma'am, no.
No. So what does it make this?
Phrase.
So this is a phrase. Now second sentence, read.
What, ma'am?
Read the second sentence, this one.
John is my best friend.
In this, is there a verb? Which is the subject?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one is the verb?
My.
My. No, my. You've forgotten your pronouns?
Ma'am, is.
Is the verb. Because verb tells us what we are doing or what we are, our state. So John is my best friend. Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and listen to Sir. Sir explains very well.
Now can you identify? My best friend is a group of words with no subject and a verb. So it's a phrase. And John is my best friend is having a subject verb combination. That is, John as a subject and is as a verb. So it's a clause. Now let's define both of them properly with more examples to make things clear. First we will go with phrases. What is a phrase? Phrase is a group of words with no subject verb combination. It doesn't have any meaning if it is used alone. For Example, the sports car. It is a group of words with a noun and an adjective. Watch movie. It is a group of words having verb. On the table. It is a group of words having preposition and noun, but it doesn't have any meaning if it is used alone.
So now, if you really look at this, the sports car. So what kind of a phrase is it? Can you tell me? Because it has a subject and an adjective. So what will it make it? What type of phrase will it be? What type? Because it has an adjective. It has an adjective. So it will be an adjective phrase. Right? So I'm just telling you this because it is easier to understand in phrases. In clauses, we have to then find out which is the adjective clause, noun clause, and stuff. But read this. Read the second one. Read. Yukti, read this. To watch movie.
To watch movie.
In this, there is no subject. But what is there? Watch. This is a verb. So it will become a verb phrase. Verb phrase. On the table. There is no subject again, but there is a preposition here.
Yes.
On the table. So it becomes a prepositional phrase. Okay?
Okay.
You are understanding properly? If you get confused, just ask me. As we proceed, you might get confused.
Ma'am, can you tell us the on the table of preposition verb?
On the table, there is no subject. What is on the table? There is no subject. We could have said the laptop is on the table. Then the laptop would have become a subject. Now it is only saying on the table. What does it mean? There could be 101 things on the table. And on is a preposition, right? Which shows position, where something is. Above the table, on the table, under the table, anything you could say. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood now?
Yes.
Actually group of words which are used as a single unit in a sentence. Now let's look at clauses. What is a clause? Clause is a group of words with a subject and a verb combination. It has a complete meaning by itself. Now clauses are mainly divided into two parts based on their usage. Maybe an independent clause or a dependent clause.
Okay. So now this is what I meant. Listen to this very carefully and I'll explain a little more.
An independent clause is actually a complete sentence. For example, you were in the party. It is a complete sentence and it doesn't depend on any another sentence to make it complete. Now, what is a dependent clause then? It is a group of words with a subject-verb combination, but it doesn't convey full meaning and hence it is not used as a sentence. For example, when I came home, it has a subject I and a verb came, and it is also a meaningful group of words, but it lacks the entire thought. That is, when I came home, then what? That is, we want to know what happened after that. Now, if I say, when I came home, you were in the party. That's a complete sentence with one dependent clause and one independent clause. So, we have the combination of dependent and independent clause to make a meaningful sentence.
Oh, understood this? Or you want me to explain a little? Yukti?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand this?
No, ma'am. The video is running too fast.
Oh, never mind. Let me explain. Why didn't you say it is running too fast? See, now she has come so late when we have already covered so much. Vidhi. And she's the one who said we should do phrases and clauses. And she herself comes very late. And she's gone also. Never mind. So, okay. So, what is happening in these sentences? See, I'll just tell you. Clauses. If we look at a clause, it says it has a subject and a verb. Okay? So, the example which was given in the video, what did it say? It said, I or you were in the party. That's what it said. You were in the party. You were in the party. Which is the subject in this? Tell me, Yukti. You were in the party. Which is the subject?
What?
Subject, bete. Subject. What is a subject?
Party.
What is a subject? The thing about which we are talking is the subject. So, whom are we talking about in this sentence? Whom are
Ma'am, you.
You. So, which is the subject?
You.
You is the subject. Okay. Which is the verb?
In.
Okay, which is the predicate?
Party.
Predicate. Were in the party. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
In this, which is the
Okay.
verb? Were.
Verb.
Because verb tells us what we are doing or what we are or where we were or what our state is. Were.
Ma'am, I'm confused.
What are you confused about? That's why. Tell me, what are you confused about? Ask me.
Nothing but
Yes, tell me. Ask me.
nothing, ma'am.
No. See, if I say all these words, these are all helping verbs. Was, were, is, all these be words, am, are, all these are which verbs? Helping verbs. Have, has. So all these are telling us what? They tell us a state.
Yes.
State of a person.
Yes.
What? I am a teacher, I am a student, you are a boy, she is a girl, they were going, what were they doing? So whatever is happening with anybody or whatever they are is what verbs tell us. Now when we talk about verbs doing words, then we say eating, writing or write, play. All these are verbs and these are helping verbs. Okay? So in a sentence, sometimes the main verbs like eating, writing, playing or those things are not there, but there are these helping verbs there because they are telling us what a person was, where he was, how he was. So you were in the party. So were becomes the verb. Vidhi, are you understanding? You came so late. We started this chapter only because you wanted it to be done. And you are so late. Start your video. Vidhi, if you're serious about studies. Okay, so never mind. So this were is a verb. Now in this sentence there is a subject and a verb, so it is a clause. What is it? Any
Clause.
group of words which has a subject and a verb, it is a clause. Now it is making complete sense. You were in the party. मतलब तुम party में थे, right? Now,
Yes.
Now this is making full sense. Now When I came home. Okay? In this, is there a subject? Yukti, is there a subject here? When I came home.
I
Yes, I is the subject. And verb?
came.
Came is the verb. So it has a subject plus verb. So this is also a clause.
Close.
Right? But is it making any sense? When I came home, what happened? Or what had happened when I came home? So this is not making full sense, right? It
So
is just
it is independent. Independent.
no, no. Wait. This is dependent clause. What is it?
But how come, ma'am? Because it doesn't make the full sense, no?
So it will make sense. Dependent clause we call it. So dependent clause does not make full sense. It will make full sense only when we combine it with an independent clause.
Okay, ma'am.
Independent. Write it down. Independent clause.
Independent means which make clause.
Which makes
Full sentence with sense. It is independent clause.
independent. Independent.
Independent.
Yes, very good.
And which doesn't make a
Full sense.
make a sense. Full sentence. It is dependent clause.
So now this dependent clause is dependent on what? It is dependent on the independent clause. So how?
Yes.
I'll just tell you. We will combine these two clauses to make just one sentence. So we can say, when I came home.
When I came home, you were in the party.
Yes, comma, you were in the
You were
party.
in the party.
So now this is making complete sense, this whole sentence. So this is the
Yes, ma'am.
this is the dependent clause, this is the independent. So
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, your voice is coming low.
Oh my God, should I move a little ahead? Is this better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you've understood this? Vidhi, did you
Yes,
understand this? Vidhi, did you understand this? Vidhi. Okay. Now can you tell me, for Vidhi's sake, let me ask Yukti. Yukti, so how is a clause different from a phrase?
What, ma'am?
What is a phrase? Now we are talking
Ma'am, which doesn't have a subject and verb, and clause means which have subject and verb.
So phrase will have either a subject
And in clause there are two types: independent clause and dependent clause. Dependent, no?
Yes, dependent and independent.
Dependent clause. And which sentence doesn't have sense, it is dependent clause, and which have sense, it is independent clause.
Very good. So phrase will have either a subject or a verb, or maybe an adjective, or maybe a preposition. Some part of speech it will have, but it will not have a subject and verb. Right?
Yes. Yes.
So that we have understood now. So that is the difference between phrases and clauses. Now we'll go through the video again. I don't know why Vidhi has joined.
What, ma'am?
We have the combination of
He's not
dependent
saying
and
anything.
independent clause to make a meaningful sentence. Let's look into some more examples of dependent and independent clauses. First, before you go to bed, you have to finish your homework. Here,
Now tell me. Now. No, I won't let sir speak. Now you read, Yukti.
Before you go to bed, you have to finish your homework. Ma'am,
Okay.
it is independent.
Which one is independent?
What, ma'am?
Which one is independent? There are two parts of the sentences. Before you go to bed is one part, right? Before you go to bed is one part. You have
Independent and you have to finish your homework. It is independent.
because this has a subject also, this has a verb also, but it makes
Yes.
complete sense. You have to finish your
Yes.
homework.
Before you go to bed, it doesn't make a sense. Only full sense.
So now when you use both of these together, it makes complete sense. Before you go to bed, you have to finish your homework. So what do you
Okay,
have to
ma'am.
do before going to bed? You have to finish your homework. So this is the independent clause and this is the dependent clause.
Dependent. Yes.
Very good.
Ma'am, please take one more example.
Sir is going to give more and I'll give you many more examples also. Don't worry.
Yes.
We'll do a worksheet also on this. But maybe
Before you
next
go
time.
to bed cannot be used alone as it won't convey any meaning. So it's a dependent clause. Whereas you have to finish your homework is an independent clause as it can be used alone. Combining them both will give a complete meaning to a sentence. After a month of research, he finally finished his first novel.
Okay. Read it, Yukti, another example.
After months of research, he finally finished his novel. Ma'am, he finally finished his novel is independent, and after months of research, it is dependent.
Wait. He finally finished his novel. Novel is a story book, a fiction, a book which he has written, a long story book. He finally finished his novel. Which is the subject in this?
What, ma'am?
Which is the subject in this?
Ma'am, he.
He is the subject. Which is the verb in this?
Ma'am, his.
Verb.
No. Finished.
Yes, verb is finished. And after months of research, which is the subject in this?
Months.
Okay, and which is the verb?
Research.
Very nice. Good girl. So, after months of research, so this also has a subject and it has a verb. This also has a subject, but also has a verb. But after months of research, what happened? We don't know. It doesn't make
Nothing.
complete
We
sense.
don't know. So it is independent. It is dependent.
Yes. So, what happened after months of research? He finally
Finished his novel.
novel,
Novel means storybook.
long story book.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So
Here,
this is another
after
example.
month of
We'll
research
go to
is a
another.
example to make
We'll go to another
is an
example.
independent clause. While it hate to drink coffee because it upsets my stomach.
Okay, now read this. Read this, Yukti.
I hate to drink coffee because it upsets my stomach.
So I hate to drink. So which is the verb here? Which is the subject?
The verb is drink and the subject is I.
Subject is I. Verb is drink.
Drink.
Hate also is a verb. So it has
Verb,
verbs.
okay.
I hate to drink coffee. Does it make complete sense?
I hate it, man. It makes the complete sense.
Okay, so
Ma'am,
so it is a
this is I hate to drink coffee. It is independent, and because it upsets my stomach, is dependent.
in because it upsets my stomach. Mein which is the verb? Which is the uh, subject?
What, ma'am?
Which is the subject in this? Because it upsets my stomach.
It
It is the subject. Very good. And which is the verb?
upsets.
Very good. And stomach is the object. right?
Object.
Yes. So,
Yes.
but in spite of that, it is not making complete sense because it upsets my.
Yes.
What upsets your stomach? We don't know. So, this becomes a dependent clause.
Paint clause.
So, I hate to drink.
Because we don't know no, why it upsets his stomach.
What
So it
upsets?
is dependent clause.
Yes. What upsets his stomach? Why his stomach is upset? We don't know. So, what is this it we don't know in this? So, it becomes
Yes.
a dependent clause. Very nice.
Ma'am, now we will do worksheet only.
Okay, you have understood now properly?
Yes, yes,
Good. So, we will stop the video
My purple wali grammar sheet.
and we will. Where is the worksheet? I have a worksheet here, which is on phrases. Okay?
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
explained to you what would be noun phrases, what would be. So this is slightly more in detail. Read this and then do the exercise. That will be more useful. Just a second, let me ask Vidhi whether she is understanding anything. Vidhi, are you there?
Ma'am, wait 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm waiting, bete. Vidhi, are you there? Vidhi, Vidhi, are you there, bachche?
Ma'am, she has only joined, but she's not there, I think so.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Chalo, never mind. Okay, you read it. So I was explaining to you when we like preposition phrase, adjective phrase, verb phrase, noun phrase, right? Now you read this. This is on noun phrases only. Read. Read.
Read the sentences given below. I met Kunal. Means, ma'am, in which sentence no object or preposition, nothing is there, but only noun is there. So it is a noun phrase.
Wait.
Like
No. Wait. There are two sentences given here. Read, you will understand. I met Kunal. So in this,
Kunal.
this is a full, this thing. I met Kunal. Kunal is the noun, right? And
Yes.
I is the subject and met is the verb. So it is a full sentence. It is making complete sense. Now read the second sentence.
What, ma'am?
Read the second sentence.
I met your brother.
So write, see what is written after this.
We can replace Kunal with a group of words, your brother.
So this your brother becomes the phrase.
Phrase.
In itself, it doesn't make any sense, right? Your brother
Yes.
does not have any verb. What does it have? Your brother. It is only a noun. And it has replaced Kunal.
Yes.
Okay, now read आगे पढ़ो आगे. You'll understand more if you
The
read it.
word your brother is a group of words without a finite verb and it functions as a noun in the sentence.
So
this is noun phrase. A noun phrase is a group of words that serves the same purpose as a noun. A noun phrase can be the subject or object of a verb. It can also be the object of a preposition.
okay, so now you understood everything.
Yes.
Or if you have not understood something, ask me. Otherwise, we'll go to the exercise. Understood everything? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, as we do the exercise, you will understand more. Okay. Read. Underline.
Underline the noun phrases in the sentence. The boys were playing.
Okay. In this, the boys were playing. Which is the noun phrase?
Ma'am, boys.
The boys.
Yes, the boys.
Because phrases are a group of words, so it has to have more than one word. Only boys will
Okay,
not
ma'am.
be a phrase. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Next one.
Okay. The boy in the blue jeans says will he will do it. अरे आवाज कमी करना.
आवाज
Yes,
कमी
ma'am.
करना, अब मेरे को बताना. हाँ, जल्दी से.
The boy in the blue jeans says he will do it. The noun is the boy.
Yes, the boy. Instead of the boy,
The boy.
we could have said, Harshal, who is in blue jeans, says he will do it. Okay? So the boy.
Yes.
Okay, next one.
He brought her a beautiful red dresses.
Dress. He brought
Dress.
her a beautiful red dress. So, which is the noun phrase?
Noun phrase. He brought her a beautiful dress. He brought.
Good. And beautiful
Ma'am,
red. But what will be beautiful red dress?
So I am confused. So I was asking this only.
Because this beautiful is an adjective.
Yes.
Red is also an adjective. So beautiful red dress will, what will it become? Adjective phrase.
Okay.
But we have to mark only the noun phrases in this. But it is good. We can learn from here only. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next one.
Julia was thinking about her friends back home.
Now tell me.
Julia was thinking about her friends back home. Ma'am, Julia is also noun and her is also noun.
Her is noun.
No. Her pronoun.
Her is pronoun. Her friends. So instead of, so what is a noun phrase which can be used instead of a noun, right? So her friends' names could have been Ananya or Arpita, right? So instead of writing the names, what has been written? Her friends. So which is the noun phrase here? Julia was thinking of.
Ma'am, then the friends only, I think so.
Only friends?
No, her friends.
Her friends back home.
Okay.
Okay? Next one.
Okay, ma'am. Will you talk with these rude people? Will you talk with these rude people? Yeah. Will you talk with these rude
Will you talk?
Ma'am, these rude people?
These rude people, rude describes the people.
Yes. So it is not good. Will you talk?
I think so. But we will clear this up. I will also have to check.
Ma'am, wait 2 minutes.
Okay. You have to do this exercise completely. We'll do only one exercise
Yes,
today.
ma'am.
Okay, we'll do only one exercise today. Not more than that. Otherwise it will become an overdose. This has 15 sentences.
What, ma'am?
This exercise has 15 sentences. So just do this exercise.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, now.
No, you can do it later also. Right now, you just go through it. You should write it down and send me the homework.
Ma'am, can you talk?
You can't hear me?
No, ma'am.
Can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear. Now I can hear. Ma'am,
Okay.
wait 2 minutes.
Okay.
Mama. Ma'am, now you can talk.
Okay. Now you start. You have to talk. I don't have to. You have to do the exercise.
Ma'am, I'm not writing now only.
Okay, but read it and tell me.
Yes, yes. Underline the noun phrases in the sentence. The boys were playing.
That we
Ma'am,
have
the
done.
boys.
That we have done. Go to number 6.
6. You are a true hero. You are.
Next.
My dog is my best friend. My dog.
Very nice. Number 8.
I hope to win the first prize. I hope. I tried to solve the puzzle. I tried.
Wait.
Did you enjoy?
Wait. I hope to win the first prize. Okay, yeah. You're right. I tried to solve the puzzle. I tried. Next.
Did you enjoy reading this book? Did you enjoy? Did you enjoy? Will only come, no, miss?
Yes.
The boy
In
wants
fact,
to
in
go home.
the other one.
The boy wants to go
No,
home.
did you
The
enjoy
boy-
nahi hoga na bete, because a phrase does not have a verb, so enjoy will not be a part of that.
Okay, ma'am.
And 1 minute. I hope. I hope to will be the answer. Okay? Win is the verb. Then I tried to will be the noun phrase.
Okay, ma'am.
Or wait, solve the puzzle. I tried to. Did you is should be enough. The boy.
Okay, ma'am. The boy wants to go home. The boy. Horses prefer living in dark stables.
What should be? Which is the noun phrase here?
Horses.
Horses prefer. It has to be a group of words. Then living.
He. Yes. Ma'am, till living.
No. Horses.
Only till prefer.
Yes.
Horse. The accused refused answer the question.
To answer the question. So the accused.
The accused.
Accused. What does accused mean? Accused means.
Ma'am, I don't.
So why didn't you ask? Accused. Write down the meaning of the word accused. Accused means somebody who has been accused. Accused is person who has been not necessarily been, we can say person who
टीचर बोलतात ते ह्याच्यावर लागतं कसं मग
where is the why can't I pick up? Oops, I don't want the eraser. I want to write, draw. Shucks. Let me start it again. A person who might be Guilty of doing something. Guilty of doing something. Of doing something wrong. Okay? Like supposing we say, I think that person, so we are accusing some person. I think that person must have stolen my book. Okay, or we are accusing Vidhi right now of not attending the class. We are thinking she has just joined and she is not attending. So we are accusing her. So she is the accused. Okay, Yukti?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, next.
The boy needs stealing the money.
Denied. Denied. What does denied mean?
Denied. Ma'am, denied means?
Denied means refused. Denied means refused. Not to agree. Okay?
Okay.
So in this, which is the noun phrase?
Okay, ma'am.
The noun phrase is the boy. Which is the noun phrase?
Okay. To write such rubbish is disgraceful.
So which one is the?
To write.
Yes, very good. So you already know this, so you should complete this exercise and send it to me on what on the in the classroom. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Next time we will do some more phrases, different types of phrases, and then after phrases, then we'll go to clauses exercises. You have already
Okay,
understood
ma'am.
now what is independent clause, what is dependent clause. Then in clauses also there will be many types, but we will just do that much.